Today I wanted to do a video on the pros and cons in working on a commission-based role and what I have found in the industry to be really great commission-based roles and what I found to be maybe not so great commission-based roles and what to look for if you are considering taking a commission-based job or role. So, commission-based is a form of payment for entrepreneurs or people working on contract basis. And when you think about it in terms of corporate jobs, think real estate agents, financial advisors, people in sales. You usually get commission when you sell something or when your contribution leads to a profit for the company. And like I said, it's very common in sales, engagement, appointment setting. So if you are in this industry, and I do lead generation, so chances are some of you do as well if you're watching my channel. So these are the kind of roles that lead to commission-based work. So some pros of commission-based work is you have control over your schedule and processes. You can work on your own volume and schedule calls at your convenience. You have uncapped earning potential and if you excel in the role, and you have an opportunity for a great work-life balance. So I think that that is something to be said about commission-based roles, and it can be very freedom-based, especially if you have a process for what you do. This is great if you have other things going on in your life, have maybe a second job, maybe you have a family that you're taking care of. And so commission-based can really be this thing where it works around your schedule versus you having to work around a work schedule. And so people in commission-based jobs could have a really, really great work-life balance if they're able to complete their work. Some people in these roles don't even have to work the 40-hour week if they're able to hit their goals in an efficient process before the 40 hours hits, because they're not working an hourly basis. They have very much freedom in that. Now, some considerations here is ensure that you know the expectations and requirements of the position. I've been in commission-based roles where people do have kind of more of a set schedule. And if you're signing a contract based on that, you do have to abide by it. So make sure you know what you are getting into. Most of the time, if you are taking a commission-based role, people shouldn't be able to dictate your schedule or what you're doing, but know the expectations, because it might be that you have to hit a certain volume in order to keep the job, hit a certain conversion rate, but be very clear before you take the position what is expected of you and if you think you can get there. Evaluate the pay structure and if you think it's fair and aligns with your desired work-life balance. So maybe ask what the average person working for that company makes, how many hours they put in, what that is like. Kind of figure out what you need to make each month and how many sales you would need to get there, how many appointments you would need to set, and see if that feels realistic to you. And if you have the experience and you can see that the company is really aligned and you could get there, that is a really good sign. You need to believe in the product or service you're selling and create a plan for success. I think this is really important because if you're not 100% behind what you are selling or what you're promoting, it's probably going to be a little bit harder to get people over the line and get that commission, and your salary is solely based on your results. So make sure that you are able to get those results and understand if there are any specific availability or work restrictions, or, some people get into these positions and they can't take a second job, or something else is happening there. So just make sure that you know all of these before you actually commit to the commission-based job. Moving into some cons of commission-based work, commission structures can vary, leading to periods without pay. So with some companies, they'll pay you as soon as the commission comes in. Sometimes it'll be like on an every other week basis or a month or at the end of the month. But sometimes if people are signing up on a payment structure, it could be that you're paid out over time, or some commissions actually happen after like 90 days. Or I know for travel agents, commissions happen after the people take the vacation. So if it's January, you're booking a vacation for June, you may not get paid for like that 6-month period, and then you'll get that commission. So plan accordingly. If you are kind of on a month to month basis with income, just know that depending on how the commission is set up, it could be quite some time before you get paid, or maybe that's not true. Maybe you'll get paid right away and it will be that hit of income if you need it right then. But just before you take the position, make sure you know what that schedule will look like and make sure that that sits well with your finances. Okay, another con is you don't get any guaranteed pay, even with significant effort. So some companies do a base pay plus commission. So if that's the case, you are guaranteed something. And I think that this is a really great option if you are looking to get into commission-based work, to see if there's any base pay plus commission, because you'll know you have that base pay to rely on, and then you'll have that uncapped commission. So that could be a really good spot to start in if you're starting off commission-based work. But there is no guaranteed paid, unfortunately. So you could be working, 80 hours a week, and if you don't get that result or that sale, you could end up actually bringing home no money. So that's why I think it's very important to see how this company is doing, how previous people have performed in this role, what the average salary they got is, and just ask for transparency with those numbers. Make sure it is something you can rely on, because it could be very devastating working long hours and then still not being able to afford the things that you need. So just a caution there. Like I said, potential for long hours without adequate compensation, but note that you are the person who took this instead of an hourly role or a project-based role. So this could happen, especially in the beginning. And initially, it may not be a suitable source of primary income. So I would definitely advise, if you are getting into a commission-based role, have some sort of other income there for you already, so you know that you will be able to pay your bills, you'll be able to pay your rent and everything, and the commission is kind of that bonus on top of things. And then eventually you can move into the point where commission is your full-time role. You know exactly what you've got in previous months and you feel very comfortable with it. Or if it is a kind of thing where people are on a payment plan and you see that you have a certain amount of money coming in each month, you can feel really confident in that and the payouts that you've already accumulated. All right, so some green flags for commission-based work. Other contractors are really successful with a commission-based role within that company. You were able to reach out to people who are currently working for them. They say that it's really great. I think that that is the number one indicator that this could be a good role for you if other people are doing well in this. And that's just not one person, their top performer, but the average person is doing pretty well, and they're able to give you their account of what their work has been like, how long it took them to get there, what the work-life balance looks like. And if you feel very comfortable with that, I would say that's a really good green flag that this could be a good role for you. High retention rate within the company is also a really good sign. So if there are reps that have been with them for a year plus, obviously these people are very happy with the money they're making there, or there's some other sort of benefit that they're really getting. If you see that there's a high turnover rate, I would say that that's a red flag. If people are constantly coming in and out and no real progress is being made and they're looking for this unicorn person, it might be a little bit more of a chance taking that role. But if a lot of people are happy in that company, that is a good sign. All right, another good sign is company sales are increasing. So if the business is currently in a growth phase, people are really wanting to buy into it, the industry is in a growth phase, you have a lot of opportunity to capitalize on this. And with the uncapped commission, you're able to make as much as you want. So you could set some really high goals, and this could be really abundant for you and your family. So another good green flag there. All right, some additional consideration. Some commission work, like I said, includes base pay, providing extra income. The other thing is if you have income coming in from other sources, this could be a really good addition to that. And it can be very helpful to have some sort of uncapped income. as well as having some sort of financial security. Deciding on commission-based work definitely depends on your lifestyle. If you need that financial security, or if you are really looking to make it big, kind of what else is going on in your life. Also has to do with the belief in your abilities. So if you know that you're really good at sales, appointment setting, or whatnot, and a flat fee won't do it for you because you think that you could get more out of a commission-based role, that could be really good to take on a position like this, because a flat fee is capped. And so you could actually earn more off commission-based roles if you have, like I said, the skill set for it, and you've really perfected this, and you know that, you can earn more, go for it. And if you feel like the agreement with this company is really fair for you, you understand all the ins and outs and the expectations, and that feels good for you, then that is a really good decision to move forward. All right, so let me know what you think. Would you take on a commission-based role? What has been your experience with commission-based roles? And let us know. I'd love to hear some success stories, or if you found it to be kind of harder in the industry, what you've noticed. Yeah, I would love to hear all of that. And thank you so much for watching. If you want to hear more about business, lead generation in particular, please subscribe and like this video if you got some value out of it. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.